Hi everyone and welcome to this Taste of Dance workshop. My name is Liam Francis. I was a dancer with Rambert Dance Company for 7 years, and today I'm delivering a contemporary dance workshop that focuses on the curving and arching of the spine. I'm joined here by Soraya and Betsy, and we invite you to have a dance with us today in the space. We assure you that no previous dance experience is needed, just a joy and interest in movement. So, as we focus on the curve, we're just going to start with the head. So just taking a look down towards our toes, and then a look up towards the ceiling, like we're nodding the head. Whenever we take the curve, and the reverse of the curve, the arch, we don't want to scrunch or compress anything in the neck. Not crunching the neck, but finding a length in the neck. So here, just taking a moment, like I said, to just explore this range of motion. As you come forwards, adding the upper back. So this is our second version. So imagining perhaps there's a fence here, and wanting to peer over the fence from our shoulder blades and up, just leaning over the fence. And we have the reverse as well, finding the arch, again, from the shoulder blades or from like the sternum. Just trying to put the chest on the ceiling, and again, not crunching anything at the back. I remember being taught that you should be able to talk in an arch. If you're not able to talk, it means things are too compressed. So growing into the arch. And with this sense of growing, perhaps we can also connect to the idea of a fountain coming out of the sternum, or like a tree, and our body is the trunk and we're branches growing up. You grow into the arch rather than falling into the arch. So we have those two elements. We have the head looking down to the toes and looking up. We have the upper back looking over the fence, growing up with the fountain to find the arch. The third element, we'll take the arms to the side, and this idea of catching a beach ball in slow motion, finding a nice big curve in the back, and then opening. And like we have a set of wings, so we're just going to open for a moment. Yes, gorgeous. And then finding the curve again, and then opening out. And again, we don't want to tuck or slouch. We want to feel like the spine can continue to grow. Both sides, the front and the back of the body, are long as we curve. One doesn't get short, they both stay long. And as we find the arch, the same thing happens. Both sides stay long. So we now have the head, we have the upper back over the fence, fountain, we then have the slow motion beach ball, and then we have the wings of a bird opening, 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 nice and wide. Then we move down to the lower spine. And the lower spine, again, we don't want to tuck or slouch or slump. We want to feel like this idea, like the belly button is being pulled through the spine, so we're elongating the lower back. You can feel like the flesh at the back of the body is getting longer and longer. And then again, we just find the tilt, and just finding ourselves naturally sitting into that lower S shape of the spine, just to really warm up that lower pelvis, that lower spine. So those are our four elements, okay? So we have the upper with the head looking down, looking up. We have the upper back looking over the fence, finding the fountain bursting through our chest. We then have the curve, the slow motion, catching the beach ball, opening up. We can find soft legs here as well when we do the beach ball, and keeping the soft legs for the lower pelvis, just finding that length, that pulling of the belly button, and then the tip. And then we'll reverse it all from the bottom. So we'll come working our way up the spine, lower pelvis, curves, slight arch. We find the curve, the slow motion beach ball. Maybe the legs can bend even more to help us find more range. We find the arch, spreading our wings. We can straighten the legs as we find ourselves looking over the fence, the upper back, and the fountain growing, the tree even growing up, and then the looking down, and then looking up again. Making sure perhaps, if you wish, to check that when you're in the arch, whether it's the first one or the second one, that you can still say your name or something like this, just to make sure that we're not too constricted and closed in the neck. Can we try with some music, if that's okay? We're good, so we're just going to work down, 1, 2, 3, 4. And back up, and then we'll work down and back up. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. The head goes down. We look up. We curve over. We arch back. We find slow motion. We fly the wings. We find the lower back. We arch. Again, from the lower back, belly button to spine. Gorgeous. Find the curve. Find the arch. Over. Arch. Head goes over. We look up. Starting again. Here we go. The head goes over. We look up. Over the fence. Arch. Find the ball. And open. Find the lower back. Again, lower back. Curve the lower back, belly to spine. Reverse. Slow motion beach ball. Fly the wings. Over the fence. Upper back. Arch for the fountain, come out. Gorgeous. Head forwards. Head up. Gorgeous. And that's our spine curving, arching exercise done. Thank you so much for joining us, and be sure to check out some of the other videos in the series.
You've been all I am is a friend, your friend.